Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, run it back. Run it up, then run it back.
Happy Monday. We're back in studio. Doesn't it feel great, boys? We got Chandler and Lou Wilkins.
Can we go back to Zoom, please?
No, we're not going back to Zoom for a minute. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good, really well.
A weekend in the snow.
Yeah, it's weird to voluntarily do that, but good for you.
Yeah.
Love that.
I like the
Today,
sun.
people are doing that without wanting it, but that's fine.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it
Lou?
was cool.
Good. My mom went viral. That was fun.
That was
Can we should put that on the show.
We should put her on at the end of the show before we go. We got to show her a clip.
100.
I'm thinking a bear or something crazy.
I thought like a bad guy.
It was a Labradoodle.
No.
But she has some wheels.
Go to Lou
Shout out,
Will's
Mom.
Instagram and please watch his mom run.
She would smoke me in a 40 right now.
Try to guess what she's running from. Guys, we had a lot of basketball. We had some basketball. We got some basketball tonight. We're gonna get to it right now. Oh, it's the rivalry, which it's not, but that's all right. Celtics, Lakers. It was Pat Riley Day, y'all. Celtics did not seem to care about that at all. Nice little win. They sweep the
by the way.
Oh no, man down.
He
that one
did some
hurt.
stuff last
Oh
night.
my God.
Peyton Pritchard
That
had
one.
30 points, 10 of 14 from the
He's a
field,
killer.
6 of 9 of threes. Doncic finished with 25. Second lowest point total of the season for Los Angeles, which is crazy. Afterwards, though, we're talking a little Jaylen Brown first. LeBron James was asked about him. It was a pretty long soundbite, but the part that we want to discuss is whether or not, he's being discussed enough in the MVP conversation. And LeBron said he doesn't understand why it's not happening more and that it's just simply a popularity contest. But he is being discussed in the MVP contest, is he not?
It's getting louder.
I think it's getting louder.
It's getting louder. I can say that if the impact that he's having on Boston and the way that he's playing right now, if this was a couple of other different guys, we would be having a different conversation. We know JB, he's had his issues with the league and whatnot about, some social injustice issues here and there. And, that's another conversation. But from a basketball standpoint, he is now, down to the fact of that first time that, he kind of made a fuss about not winning Player of the Month in the Eastern Conference when he was probably rightfully so. He should have been that, and then went on to go to make a point and go do it in the next month. And we had the Boston Celtics buried, right? We thought that they weren't going to have the impact that they had as a champion with Jason Tatum being out of the lineup, and JB stepped up. So, those conversations are getting louder and louder, and that's what I love about the NBA. These things change and narratives change on a day-to-day basis. The season is so long and we have so many great players that this changes. We started the season with a race between SGA and Jokic. Now Cade Cunningham has entered the chat. Now Jaylen Brown has entered the chat. Ant-Man has entered the chat. And that's what we love about the NBA. So is it loud? Would it be louder for other guys? Yeah, we'd be fooling ourselves to say that it wouldn't be. But now it's go time, and JB is stepping up and putting his name in that conversation.
Yeah, I think just like the
By the
shock.
way, we literally said this. Boogie said this on Friday.
Yeah, we said this last week.
Absolutely.
Jaylen Brown and Cade Cunningham, they should be more in the talks.
Cade should be one.
How are you voting for it, right? So if you're looking at the MVP of that, who means the most to that team, you got to talk about Jaylen Brown just because this team was counted out. When you lose a guy like Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, Porzingis, everyone completely counted them out.
This was supposed to be a gap year for them.
Exactly. And now this dude has completely just shifted that. Now they're still contenders. Now they're right there at the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. It's ridiculous what he's doing. And he's a two-way player. He does it on both sides of the ball. Can play multiple positions. So I agree. I think him and Cade Cunningham, I think you just know that Jokic and SGA are the best 2 players in the NBA, right? They're 1 and 2. But that doesn't mean necessarily the MVP.
They were grandfathered in because of the
Exactly.
race last year and because they are the back-to-back MVPs. And to be fair, they still have pretty gaudy numbers.
Yeah.
Jokic is still I think he leads in assists and also rebounds. And then you got SGA, who's top 2 in scoring. They still deserve to be part of this conversation. But when we started talking about the impact other guys have on their teams that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be in the positions that they're in, that's where Jaylen Brown comes in. That's where Cade Cunningham also comes into this conversation. So rightfully so, it's a 4 to a 5-man race right now, opposed to 2, and it's deserving for all 4 of those guys.
I need the voters to think outside the box when it comes time to actually do this, right? Just let's not do what's expected. Let's be real about it.
I think you need to reward a Cade Cunningham or Jaylen Brown more so than the guy that the expectations is to do that, and they have a great team going into it. no one thought the Pistons were going to be this good, and no one thought the Celtics were going to be this good. To me, that is the MVP type season where, again, you can't go wrong with SGA and Jokic. Those are the number 1 and number 2 players in the NBA. I don't think anyone would argue that. But these guys, to their team and to this season,
that's what it is.
I'm going Cade Cunningham, but yeah, exactly. It's not. If it was the best player award, LeBron James would have 15 MVPs. Like
Exactly.
And also, CP, we live in a what have you done for me lately world.
Yeah.
We're going on about 3 weeks of not seeing SGA. Why these guys are going on?
I forgot about him.
Yeah, why these guys are going on a tear. That's just how we work. You know, these guys are going on a tear. We hadn't seen them in 3 weeks. Jokic has been out there. His numbers are still gaudy, but they're in a little bit of a slide, in a bit of a tough spot. And Boston Celtics look like they're doing whatever they want to do. Detroit Pistons, they look like they're doing whatever they want to do. And so this thing is going to change by week. It's called a race for a reason. Somebody's going to win at some point. Somebody's going to lose. Some people are going to catch up. Some people are going to lag back. That's why it's called an MVP race. So I love where we are right now.
You know what's crazy is the Thunder, we're talking about how this team's going to break possibly the record a month ago, right? They damn near have the same record as the Detroit Pistons. Like, so what's more impressive? Cade Cunningham, the Detroit Pistons doing that, or the team that won it last year we talked about breaking the record?
You don't convince me.
Again, when you have to look at it now and you look at where they are, the Thunder are 44-14, the Pistons are 42-13. Like, to me, that is bananas.
By the way, in that same soundbite, LeBron, and I could not agree with him more on this, he was like, I don't really understand what the qualifications are anymore. You guys know I have my issues with the MVP award, and because, like you said, he probably should have a bunch more.
MVP is weird, most improved is weird, all those awards.
What are we talking about?
But I think this year we're starting to kind of find a middle ground. I think it's about impact. It's not just about numbers. It's about impact.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, it's about impact to me. Like, Jaylen Brown doesn't have Jokic numbers, but his impact is off the charts right now. Cade Cunningham doesn't have SGA numbers as far as scoring goes, but his impact is there. You know what I mean? And so that's going to be the difference. It is somewhat of a popularity contest, but all of these guys are popular.
Yeah.
You know,
I just think people are brainwashed. They're like, I have to
it's
go
just
for SGA,
who is most valuable
also,
to their team. That, like, SGA.
But every year we do this.
Their team is good regardless, I think. I mean, obviously, they're great with SGA.
We just saw them yesterday.
The Pistons are not that good without Cade Cunningham. Like, that to me is that's why he's the MVP.
We are starting. This is it. This is the show where Cade Cunningham's going to be the MVP. We're going to start.
I like the fact that it's not just a two-man race anymore, though. I like that guys are throwing their names in his hat now. We have action now. We have a lot of good basketball to look forward to in the second half of the season.
I'm okay with Jaylen Brown. I'm okay with all these guys.
You can say Jaylen Brown is your MVP runner.
No problem.
Front runner right now with no problem, with no criticism.
How come the Spurs don't get one? They're like, anyways, we'll get to that.
Because the race for Sace.
The race for Sace. They've won 8 in a row.
Well, he don't want to be Sace in this conversation.
He's in Sace's place for MVP.
He's in Sace's place right now.
God, I hate you. Okay, by the way, it got a little kind of interesting last night, because I don't know if you guys remember way back in 2024 at Summer League when Jaylen Brown was overheard saying, I don't think Bronny is a pro. This is obviously the time when we were all chatting. And somehow that comes up yesterday in talking to LeBron, and he said basically that their relationship is respectful outside of the poop he said about Bronny.
You know what? I like the fact that he just answered it, because it's clearly what the reporter was talking about was about the relationship.
It was the elephant in the room.
He just addressed it head on. So I respect that LeBron did that. Like, don't even let this linger. Don't even give this reporter just answer it and just move on with it.
He's a dad.
And was honest.
And again,
besides what he said about my son, other than that, we cool.
And that's genuine. You're talking trash about my son. How about that? I didn't curse. I was talking trash.
Look at us growing.
Talking trash about my son. Like, of course, I don't care if you're the best player of all time or if you're the mailman. Like, you're still going to respect and get your sons back. It's exactly what he did here, even though it was a long time ago and no one's brought it up besides that reporter.
I know, it was kind of weird. I had to think back. I'm like, I forgot that
well, it worked.
Happened.
We're talking about it. So shout out to the reporter, man.
We're talking about it. Shout out, guy, person. By the way, I did mention it was Pat Riley night last night in Los Angeles. The statue was unveiled. Here we go, right between Magic.
One of the better statues I've seen.
By the way,
no, the statue is fine.
Spot on.
Nailed it.
I'm just kind of. How many statues are the Lakers gonna put out there, though?
I don't
know. Look at the
slick back in the statue.
Bro,
they nailed it.
Is that Michael Douglas?
Was that Michael?
Was that
Thank
Michael
you.
Douglas?
Was that Michael Douglas?
Wait, go back. Was that Michael Douglas?
What the hell is he doing?
We can't continue the show unless you show us
what is it about their relationship that we don't know?
No, hold on. I need to see if that was Michael Douglas.
It 100% was Michael Douglas.
Why would it be Michael Douglas?
Or he has a crazy doppelganger.
But why would Michael Douglas be here? Are they best friends?
Yeah, is it something we don't know? Yeah, because he's in like a prime time spot. He's right next to him.
Hold on.
Look at the chin.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Get it? Go to the people.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas.
That is he.
What is happening? You buried the lead, guys. But yes, they whoever did this
Do you
statue,
think this guy, the same statue guy, did the
Absolutely
Dwayne Wade
not.
one?
the
Absolutely
Cristiano Ronaldo one?
We're in Hollywood. Listen, we're out in Hollywood, though. You know,
Look.
so
Michael
they're able to get
freaking
it right.
Douglas. Well,
We need to dig. We need to unpack that.
Well done.
We need
though.
to get. Hold on, you guys. Let's go to commercial. I'm going to look up the relationship between the two.
real.
Why is he there? But yes, the Armani suit, the belt. That I think whoever did that,
They nailed the slick
They
back
should
in
do
the
all
statue.
of them. It's perfect.
Unreal.
But then how are you going to go out and get your butts handed to you on Pat Riley night?
Yeah, whatever. It's about Riley, not Lakers.
If you get a chance, you should listen to the Celtics radio call of, I think it was a Peyton Pritchard 3, and who is it? Cedric? Is it Cedric Maxwell that does that? Who does? So I don't know. Anywho, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I'll
Not
tell you
on
this,
Pat
too.
Riley night.
Peyton Pritchard did some stuff last night. Like, didn't we have someone on the show? Was it like Drew Holiday, who's like the hardest guy to guard one-on-one in the Celtics is Peyton Pritchard?
Yes.
We saw
100%.
that last night, and he's a guy I just thought, coming off All-Star Weekend, I want to see that guy in the one-on-one.
I heard a stat this morning that I think it's people coming off the bench with 20 or 30 or more points this season, and it's like there are 5 of them, and it's like Keldon Johnson, yada, yada, but they all did it in 50-plus games.
How many you got
Peyton
so
Pritchard
far?
has 5 out of the 7 games he's come off the bench. He's averaging.
Does he qualify for Sixth Man of the Year?
I was thinking that this morning. You can't, right? You've only come off the bench 7 times.
All right, chill out, Peyton. I got records out there.
Lou's
Chill out.
watching you. He's watching you. And
He's
just
coming
not
for
there
you.
for it. We also had the earlier game yesterday. The national game was the Cavs and the Thunder. And this is what we're talking about when we say the Thunder can still win
No
without
SGA, no problem.
No Jalen. Well, yeah, like no problem at all. The 7-game win streak for the Cavs is over. 121-113 your final. Casey Wallace finishes with 20 career high 10 assists. See, yeah, a lot of street clothes happening there. The fact that the Thunder can beat the Cavs the way they did yesterday, again, with all those men on the bench.
It's crazy.
That's terrifying, yeah?
And that's why I never want to discredit SGA when we start talking about the MVP
Never.
because he is that guy and he is more than qualified this year to win it. Again, they're just such a deep, good, versatile team that they can find ways to win games even without SGA, even without Jalen Williams. It's next man up mentality. It's guys like Isaiah Joe who are one of the better shooters in the NBA that doesn't even get the opportunity, every single night. Aaron Wiggins, these guys are real players. AJ Mitchell, he's a guy who I think should win Most Improved Player just because he kind of went from not much production to
At all.
this year.
Yeah.
And he's not a high draft pick. He's one of these guys who never like that to me as a Most Improved Player. It's just the system. It's the coaching staff. It's the rotations. It's everything. They just nail it down. It's next man up. They defend. They could beat you in so many different ways. Chet was great last night, 17, 15. So again, SGA is spectacular, but this team is so deep and so solid that they could beat anybody even without them.
It's a
Like,
little.
It's crazy.
It's a system win, according to Richard Jefferson,
That's
right?
but that's what you get when you have a team full of guys that are bought in. And we always credit Sam Presti for going out and finding the right guys that fit the mold of an organization that you're trying to build out, the culture that you're trying to build out. And he's done it flawlessly, even down to Jerry McCain, going to get him in a trade, right?
Great trade.
Another guy that's fitting in to what they've been able to build. So even when you have guys out of the lineup, and especially your best guys, when you have everybody that's bought in, sometimes, and Chandler, you've played on teams, if your best guys are out, you kind of hang your head like, all right, well, let's figure it out. These guys, like, we probably can beat anybody. And they just keep moving, and they look at it as just like, listen, let our guys rest. We'll hold it down until you come back. Like, they don't have their hang-the-head culture. They have a culture where they feel like they've built solid bricks that can get them through any game. And last night it showed it. They played a good quality Cavaliers team and beat them.
It's a hockey shift change. Like,
No
it's
Mitchell.
legit,
Shot
like,
the hell out of the
By
basketball.
the way, not
by
even just SGA and Jalen Williams. No Caruso, no Mitchell.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember at
it's
the
insane.
beginning of the season, we were sort of like, hey, if you took the quote-unquote B squad of the Thunder, where would they finish come playoff time? Like, where are we now?
Well, I think we were like, if they were in the East, I think they're like a.
I'd say the West.
Even the
I was going to
West.
say,
They're in
I
the
think
West.
you can go west.
Why not?
So we talked about Topic at all. This dude had cancer and he's like back playing in the NBA.
No, we
again.
really
Like,
haven't
It is
touched on
unbelievable
that.
what that kid's doing. The fact that he's even back so quickly and
Kinda crazy.
on the floor in an NBA game and doing what he's
Is this
doing.
the same kid that they drafted and came over a year later?
Yes.
Wow.
And he had to deal with all madness.
They strike
on every accord. They strike.
And then even the Jared McCain, I feel like we didn't even talk about, like, I think it was a first-round pick like next year, and then a couple of seconds. This guy was a runaway rookie of the year last year. Got hurt, didn't find his rhythm again this year, and then they just get him. Like that is a great.
That's exactly what happened. They did just get him.
That's insane.
Okay, so here's my question, because again, I am gun shy when we talk about the Cavs, just because of how last season ended. I can't. Fool me once. But then they lose like they did last night or yesterday, and we already know about the playoff struggles. We know about Harden's playoff resume. Lou, how sure are you come playoffs with Cleveland?
I'm open-minded since the trade.
Good for you.
Right? I'm open-minded since the trade, because everybody deserves a fresh, fair shake, especially when you add, excuse me, somebody as talented as James Harden to a team that's already talented. But it's fair to say you can have your concerns about him in the playoffs. It's fair to say you can have your concerns about Cleveland in the playoffs. But together, we really don't know. And we've only gotten a sample size. We haven't had a month worth of basketball with him being a Cleveland Cavalier. So I want to give them a fair shake. I do think that they check all of the boxes from top to bottom, from coaching down to the players. And I think they're still building the rhythm. I think they're still trying to find different things. Like, last game I saw something. It was about 8 seconds left, and they subbed Donovan Mitchell and James Harden back in the game to get the last shot, and it's like, well, only one of them can. Yeah. Only one of them's going to shoot the ball. The guy ends up missing the free throw. They throw it out to James Harden, and he flips it back to Donovan Mitchell. The James Harden, I know he's going to take the ball up the court. He's going to make some shake, right?
Interesting.
So they're still trying to figure out the best way that they can coexist and play the best that they can. I think James Harden is bought into what Cleveland is doing. I think Donovan Mitchell is excited to have him there as a running mate. So I still got faith. I still have an open mind about these guys making some real noise in the playoffs.
That's why I love you, Lou. You can have an open mind about things, and that's a good trait.
And I think
half full cup guy.
I think James Harden is in the perfect spot in his career where he can help this team. And like Lou said, he can buy into what they're doing. He can buy in to make this championship run. He's okay with being maybe a little passive for Donovan Mitchell to take the game-winning shot. Like, they also added Keon Ellis and they added Dennis Schroeder. They lost DeAndre Hunter. Obviously, he's out for the season now. So that's,
Schroeder's play well for them.
And Darius Garland, I feel like there was always this kind of disconnect there where he was going to be the guy that was going to get moved. So I do think the Cavs got better at the deadline. They're such a dangerous team offensively. Lou mentioned that they coach. They're well coached. They can defend. But this is a dangerous team that I don't think anybody in the East is going to want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah. It's not like you're trying to line up to get Cleveland in the first round.
Oh, I agree with that.
Like, you don't want Cleveland in the first round. Say whatever you want to say, but you don't want this to be your first round matchup. So with that, that's respect to me. And if these guys get that type of respect, they got another 60 to 75 days to figure it out and get on the same page and make a real run.
Man, we really are down to it, huh? Kind of crazy. The Evan Mobley of it all. Do you think that having I almost called him Handley. Hey, James Harden there is going to be something where, because I think with Evan Mobley, nobody's doubting his potential, his talent, what he can do. I think people are just sort of waiting for him to take that next step.
Yeah, I think it's great for him. I think it's great for him and Jared Allen. James Harden's a guy that kind of spoon feed you at the rim. He's always going to look for the lob. He's always going to find you. As aggressive and as great of a scorer as he is, I had my best year playing alongside him. Like, he can get you involved. He can make things easier for you. So obviously Evan Mobley, he can expand his game and kind of create more for himself, more so than a Jared Allen. But I think both of these guys are going to eat more at the rim, in pick and roll, in lob situations, to where the game will just come much easier to them. So yes, I think that's going to help him a lot, because Donovan Mitchell, as great as he is, he's more of a scorer than a playmaker facilitator. James Harden can do a little bit more, facilitating, making things easier for these guys.
Yeah, and also, if you look at those clips right there, we got him setting screens 25, 30 feet away from the rim. If they can figure out a way to keep him 18 feet within, I think he becomes even more efficient, especially with a James Harden when he becomes a lob threat, when he becomes a pick and roll threat. But if you got him 30 feet away from the rim, that kind of limits what he's able to bring to the table for you and be able to be impactful for you. So if they can figure out a way to keep him inside the three-point line, even if he's going to take guys off the dribble, this and that, I think you see an even better version of Evan Mobley if you do that.
Like last year, he made such a leap and made such a jump, and I feel like another one was coming, and for whatever reason, it hasn't yet.
I think that's what we're waiting on. I think everyone knows, which is, by the way, a great thing, that people assume you have another
We just know there's like another level of greatness with him.
It's there, Evan. You've got this. little bit of a stunner up the road a little bit. Golden State
Totally.
beating Denver. What is your problem? No Steph, no Draymond. Obs, 128-117. Pajemski, 18, 15,
There you go,
9.
Pods.
Okay, Jokic finishes with 35, 20, and 12. Obviously, that's going to happen. But Denver's now lost since Jokic's return to the Thunder, Pistons, Knicks, Cavs, Clippers.
Are they a worse team?
And
Are they
now
a
the
worse
Warriors.
team?
I'm gonna say, you guys, Jokic overrated. Just kidding. I'm not saying that. But it does. We started the show with MVP talks.
No.
Come on, guys.
The guy had 35, 20, and we got
Here's what I'm doing.
12.
All I'm saying is Cade. Well, I'm like the pro Cade person. That
Me
just
too.
means that Cade should automatically at least be above Jokic. Can we agree with this?
After this, yeah.
I don't even think
Yes.
this is I don't even think it's an MVP conversation to me. Like, we can't have both. We can't talk about how strong the West is and how strong the East is starting to become.
That's true.
And then we have teams that not having success. Like, nobody is dominating anybody right now. So if we're going to say that the Nuggets or even Jokic is overrated, we're going to have to make a case for a lot of different guys because, basically from 3 all the way to 7, all of these teams in the Western Conference pretty much have identical records. That should tell you about the strength of scheduling, the strength of the conferences, and all of those things. And nobody said that that Denver was immune to those problems, right? Like, so they're running to teams' best shots, especially when you're coming into a game with a guy that can go get 30 and 20 any given night. You're going to get team's best punch, even though you're not the defending champion. And so I just think it's a matter of good basketball being played around the league. Nothing other than that.
And also, no Aaron Gordon, no Peyton Watson.
Just a positive person.
That is such a positive answer.
Peyton Watson's been one of the hottest players in the NBA. He didn't play last night. Aaron Gordon.
Let me find something crazy to say. All right.
Yeah, work on that.
This team is not whole. When they are whole,
That's
they're
fair.
dangerous. And again, there's going to be bumps and bruises along the way for every single team. There's going to be ups and downs. This team is going to go through that as well. But we can't sit here. The guy had 35, 20, and 12.
I know, but we just said it's not about their personal stats.
I know.
It's
I'm
about
just saying, we can't even go down that road.
I'm going down.
They're on
that
a
road.
slide and haven't moved an inch.
Yeah,
They've
they're
been
fine.
consistently in third
Guys,
place all season.
First of all, you guys know that Nikola Jokic is my second favorite player in this league. Okay, so for me to say this is a pretty big deal, and I still think,
Is Wimby one?
of course, Cade Cunningham should be above
Is Cade
Jokic.
3?
Yeah, Cade's 3. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty transparent. Let's be honest here.
But also, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
And if somebody was to argue with you on the other side of the other flip of the coin, I think that would be fair to say.
Actually, no, it wouldn't. It would be wrong, and I'd walk away from that argument. I don't want to hear it. Aaron Gordon, as we all know, seems to be a bit of the heart and soul. He's been out, the hamstring injury. Maybe March is what we're looking at. What do you expect when he comes back?
I mean, like you just said, he is the heart and soul of this team. He gives them such a different look where they can go small ball, play him at 5. They can go bigger and play him at the 4. He's such a versatile player. You can play through him. You can set the screen. He is kind of that glue guy that just makes them that much better. We know how good Jokic is. You know he's going to get his numbers. Jamal Murray, first-time All-Star, he's going to be consistently scoring 20, 25, 30 points a game. But when you get that 28 and 6 from Aaron Gordon, and that's what Peyton Watson's kind of been doing in his absence. They're just that much better. That provides their bench, to go less deep and to have that main 6, 7 guys play. Christian Brown's now back as well for a while now. So this team is fully getting healthy. I think they're going to be just fine. But yes, they are a much better basketball team with a healthy Aaron Gordon.
Lou, this is weird. So Warriors fans have been suggesting that the team should shut Steph Curry down. Mind you, they're in 8th right now for the rest of the season, and Kerr's response to that was basically, hey, we're still playing for a lot. So,
Hey,
it's
Warriors
weird.
fans, be careful what you ask for. We talk about a 37-year-old man, and if you want him to sit out the rest of the season, be very mindful of how much more basketball that you can possibly see of Steph Curry. And also what Coach Kerr just said, there's a lot of meaningful basketball to be played. So we've gotten into this culture of we're not going to win a championship, shut it down. No, it's about building good habits.
Crazy.
It's about showing young guys good habits, and it's about just doing your job. And I know this isn't something that Steph Curry has asked for himself, and these are the fans talking, and so I won't criticize him for this particular take. But be careful what you ask for. We're talking about a guy that's in the latter stages of his career, and it's a lot of good basketball to be played. We want to see Steph Curry on the floor as much as possible. So no, you never know. If you have a puncher's chance, you have a chance, and they do. They're still in the running to make a playoff slot, and that gives you an opportunity. If you have Steph Curry in uniform, it gives you an opportunity. So I don't know where they get off on this idea of shutting him down for the rest of the season because of what? Because you're not having the perfect season?
You don't think you can win it all?
That sounds ridiculous to me.
That's the problem with today's games. Like, what message would that send to the young guys in that locker room? Like, hey, we're not the favorite to win a championship, so let's sit down our Steph Curry, our All-NBA, every all-world player, and what? Just be okay with losing, just accepting losing because you're not the favorite to win a championship. I hate that, and especially this team with young guys like
with a win like last night,
Will Richard and Moody. Like, those guys are still developing habits and trying to get a name for themselves in this league. You don't just shut down Steph Curry because you're not the favorite to win. That is soft.
It's not like it's not a 22-year-old who you're salvaging.
These are fans talking.
Yeah.
They don't know no better.
But you know what, though?
They see that draft. They see that monster.
These are fans talking. They don't know any better. So let's not criticize Coach Kerr or Steph about this.
No, nothing to do with them. I'm just saying
nothing to do with them.
I am the spokesperson for the fans, and I think
that thought process is whack.
Yeah, that's silly.
It is. Fans,
and I'm not sure how much of a fan of run it back Steph Curry is, but he is watching. He did say some nice things to me this All-Star weekend about what we were doing. So shout out to him.
Right. Look at us. We're making it. We're going to take a quick break or run it back on the other side.
Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, run it back.
We got some hot headlines that we need to get to right now. Scorching. This was fun.
Oh.
The Garden, Rockets. By the way, they were up big with 11 minutes, almost 20 points up, and then lose to the Knicks. An 18-point deficit is what they ultimately overcame. KD missing a 26-foot three that would have taken the lead, 40-foot heave at the buzzer. They had 9 turnovers in the fourth and went 5 of 18. Ime Udoka criticized the team for not moving the ball. 14 and 16 in clutch games, which is not great.
It's not awesome.
It's not great. Is this point guard? Like, are we going to look at this again, or?
I think it's going to be always Kevin Durant and ISO. It's going to be a heavy dose of that. So when it doesn't work, it's going to be exaggerated. That's the reason why, and that's not necessarily fair. But yes, this team does not have their true point guard, Fred VanVleet, that can kind of get them in their sets, get the ball moving. They're more of an athletic, taller, aggressive team that can get downhill and that can beat you ISO. And a lot of times it's going to work, but at the end of the games this year, it hasn't been. What I want to know is, like, that game winner, technically Kevin Durant just missed a game winner. That counts, on his resume. That's a missed game winner. The one-legged 35-footer.
Unfortunately, it does.
Like that's also
stupid, but it does.
It's not fair. But yes, a team like this that's has real championship contending, goals. This is a bad loss to be up 18 and not be able to close the door, not be able to keep your foot on the gas and get stops. Most importantly.
Listen, we can talk about the Rockets, but I'm gonna flip the script, right? Let's talk about point guards. That's why you go out and go get somebody like Jose Alvarado. Yes. That's why you go out, if you're the New York Knicks, that's why you go out and get somebody like him who's going to be a pest, who's going to be disruptive, who's going to be a nagging, disrupting person on the floor that makes things difficult for you. As you can see on those clips there, he finished that game, and he was really creating turnovers and creating havoc. His impact isn't going to show up on a stat sheet, but he was a plus 19 in this game. So I want to give him a lot of credit. We're going to talk about Houston and the meltdown because of Kevin Durant and their issues, but a lot of this was created by Jose Alvarado. So you got to give credit where it's due. Sometimes we can blame people, but sometimes we also got to give credit where it's due. And I think he had as much to do with this meltdown as anybody on the floor.
There was a clip that went a bit viral about KD, which I find interesting because he said that he has one more season left. One more. Are we buying that, Lou?
He said it.
I know, but no.
He said it. I'm buying. I'm not gonna open the curtain on private conversations, but I'm buying.
So we get one more after this.
I'll tell you this.
Next
this man,
season,
if he said it, trust me, listen to him.
Listen, if he said it,
he said it years ago, and so if he's saying it again, I'm saying trust him.
If he said it, I'm going to believe it, but I don't want to believe it.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
He's so good.
But I don't think we want to believe it with a lot of our greats coming to a close.
I do.
I'll tell you what, this dude's portfolio, like off the court business-wise, is insane. So he does have a lot of stuff going on that he could just get right to if he happens to retire. Thanks. But man, he is so good. He's got he could play 5-7 more
Okay,
years.
so here's
But
the
the main
issue,
thing
right?
is the main thing. We love seeing Kevin Durant hoop.
I was going to say, like,
Yeah, don't
LeBron, so let me
retire.
get this straight. LeBron's farewell tour will be next season. That means KD's going to also have his farewell tour?
Fire.
I don't love that.
I love it.
You don't want-
You want him
I
to have
love
his
it.
own.
No, you want your own party.
No, they don't play in the same. Can you imagine the game that they play against each other and it's just a farewell
No, actually,
party?
it's gonna be annoying.
It's
but-
going to be a holiday.
I mean, holiday.
I never even
I'm buying.
imagined.
We've never seen that before.
I never
I'm
even
buying.
imagined him retiring after.
I was gonna say, I got him in the Olympics.
He's in
coming
his
up.
prime.
I still have him going forever.
He's in his prime.
Fine.
No.
All right. No, we
Don't
don't.
do
We're
it.
not buying it. We don't want to. Okay.
There he is.
Taking a quick break. When we come back, Bobby, he's back.
It's our co-host.
Yes.
Run it up, run it back.
You ain't built like me, you ain't cut like this.
Bobby Portis.
I look good on the top like this.
Hey, that's Bobby being Bobby right now.
Talk like this, yeah.
Bobby being Bobby is awesome. One of our co-hosts, he's back. Bobby Portis. What's up, buddy? How you doing? What is happening?
Oh, he's on the
He's
phone.
He's on the phone.
We know the phone vibes.
What is happening?
Ain't no phone.
Okay, I'm gonna get it out of the way. Thanks for giving me this question.
Okay.
3-point contest. Talk to me. What happened? We were all rooting for you.
Nothing happened, man. I think the one thing that I wish I would have did or could have done was being the first 4 people that shot. They put me on the 5th slot, and they kind of like stalled me out for real. If you look at the replay, I got up thinking that I'm about to go shoot, and then the woman called me back, tell me come sit back down for 6 minutes. We on commercial timeout.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it
you know
sucks.
what I'm saying? Like they put a little stall game on me for real.
Iced
so
you.
it's
They
all
iced the
good,
kicker.
they
though.
iced the kicker, Bobby.
Man,
What?
I had a great time though, just to be in the room, bro. Just to be in the room with some of the other great players, other great legends that was there. I got a chance to connect with people that I never thought I would be able to connect with. It was deeper than just a 3-point competition. Like when you think about people that win, when you get invited to it, I feel like you already won. You feel me? So just being able to be in the competition, be amongst the great players that shoot, it was a great weekend for me and my family, man. I had my mom, my little brothers, all my close family members there. It was great for all of us.
Great
Yeah,
perspective.
that's awesome too. And again, you also deserve to be there just how you're shooting the ball this season. So it's dope that you did that. So with that being said, though, obviously you wanted to win it. How cool was it to see your ex-teammate Dame off a torn Achilles, not playing 1 minute this year and going out there and doing what he did? Because you look like you were hyped for him.
Yeah, obviously being teammates with somebody for 2 years, and you see the sacrifices that they put in each and every day. You see them try to change their game to impact winning, and things like that. And then a freak accident happens that kind of sets you back for an entire season. And the NBA, just allowed them to be in the 3-point competition. I remember when they first announced it on the Super Bowl, I hit him up in his DM like, hey, yo, bro, like, you in the competition? And he like, yeah, bro, I need a little bump. I need a little bump right now, man. So I need some action. And then a week later, you go out there and actually win the competition. So I was super hyped for him. I actually forgot I was in the competition at one point because, just seeing him shoot the ball and make shots, I was like, it was like a super dope feeling, super dope moment. If you're a fan of basketball, you had to just cheer for him, for real.
Absolutely, man, and that's amazing. And one of our other events, it looked like it's on its last leg, Bobby. The dunk contest is looking crazy. Tell me, what do we need to do? Do we need to put a boxing ring out there? Do we need to get the ones going? I really want us to get the one-on-one competition going. But do you see guys that'll actually compete and do it if that was something that would be introduced? Can you see that happening?
I see the women had in the Unrivaled league. They
it
got
works.
like a one-on-one tournament. I think Chelsea Gray won. She won like 200 racks. You feel me? So I think if the money is there, or if it's a big grand prize or something like that, I think that'll lure guys to go play one-on-one. If it's just for, if it ain't for that large amount of money, I can't really see guys, I can't foresee guys going out there and, putting their talent, putting their reputation, whatever it is, on the line. Some guys, own that more than just the competition part. So, I would love to see ones. Obviously, you know, you got Kevin Durant's of the world, the Kyries of the world, the Anthony Edwards of the world that you would love to see go out there and compete, play one-on-one. I think those just like a short list of 3 guys. I feel like they got crazy ones, you feel me? But, you know, I think it'd be a great event for the All-Star Weekend, and it'd give us some spice, give us something new. Obviously, you know, it's not many more dunks we can, you know, try to do or, you know, just replicate. Feel like we've done all those already.
There's
Yes.
also no hiding in one-on-one either. Like you're
And
gonna
also-
either try or get exposed.
Awesome.
And social media criticism isn't real when it comes to these type of things, because the people that are talking, they can't beat nobody in one-on-one. So I think the legacy conversation, like, I get it, y'all. Y'all don't want to be criticized for stuff, but we gotta relax on that. But
How many dribbles? How many dribbles, though?
you gotta cap it. You gotta cap it to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Cap it to 2 or 3.
dribbles?
Yeah. How many dribbles do y'all play in practice?
4 max. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
a
get an
lot.
extra
Why
one
y'all
just
getting
to-
4 dribbles, Bobby? Why y'all need 4 dribbles?
Four, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you
Max.
might need 4 though. You know what I'm saying? You might need 4 though. You know what I'm saying? Four give you a little more tween get downhill action. 2 give you a tween heavy pull up. You feel me?
Give me the behind the scenes. Do Giannis lace up? What the ones look like with Giannis?
You know, so we used to play ones all the time, probably like a year ago, but this year kind of been like an up and down year, obviously with everything going on. A lot going on with the team, a lot going on organization-wise, whatever it is, trying to, you know, figure out which way we're going to go or we're going to win. I don't know, but we used to play ones all the time. Right now, we ain't really, you know, played ones. You know, Giannis still recovering from the calf injury and things like that. So, you know, he's still trying to get better, get back on his timeline and get back on the court. So, we used to play ones in training camp all the time, and it was fun, man. We used to have like 5, 6 guys, you know, training camp. Now you got like 20-something guys in the gym.
Man, you ain't got no rooks or no young guys calling you out. What's going on?
Nah, bro, it's a new era for some reason. You feel
they
me?
don't want no action.
I remember when I first came into the league, I couldn't wait to get some of, you know,
That's
Pau
it.
Gasol ones, you know what I'm saying?
That's the
Some of them
favorite part
jokes.
of practice. At the end of
Come on,
practice, the
man.
young guys calling you
And
out.
you know exactly who you want.
Yeah, young guys calling you out.
And you want all the people watching you too to
Right.
say, hey, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bobby, so outside of the obviously competing in the 3-point contest, your friends, your family were there. Like, what was the weekend like for you? Like, did you stay in LA the whole time? Because now it's a little bit longer, right? You could technically go somewhere afterwards. There's a bunch of parties. What was the vibe like for you?
So it was great. After we played OKC, ended up beating them. We took a private to LA and got there like around 11, 12.
Perfect.
On Thursday. It was like perfect timing, you feel me? You know, had some fun. Can't really say everything we done, you know, on camera. You know, had a lot of fun.
We
over
didn't
the
do
weekend.
nothing, Bobby.
Yeah,
No.
we didn't do nothing, man. It's had a lot of fun with my friends, man. Like
There we go.
great friends, man. We had a lot of fun. But I think the biggest part and the most fun part for me was knowing where I come from, man. Lived in 18 houses growing up as a kid, moved around, bounced around a lot. Obviously had my mom and my 3 little brothers my whole life, so it was fun to be able to have them there. We used to watch All-Star Weekend at the crib.
That's
and
amazing.
We here now being, you know, participating in it. So it was fun. I think after the tournament, not tournament, but after the competition was over, one of the funniest things was that I came back to the Airbnb and I was asking guys, was y'all nervous? Was y'all nervous for me? And they were like, shit, well, I was nervous to the mom. I was nervous. My mom said her legs were shaking.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a different feeling.
That's pretty awesome, actually. Oh, by the way, Friday night, I actually watched the celebrity game. I don't know the last time I did that, and I only did that because of Shams, and then Giannis.
Oh, man.
Okay, can we talk about...
And he stunk.
Giannis doesn't help by before the game saying he can't hoop at all. Now, take me through this. Is this like
I was waiting for the trade to go down.
Yeah,
I was waiting for them to trade. I was waiting for the trade.
What is the deal? Are they best friends? Like, what is the deal with these two?
I think it's good for TV, man. You know,
great.
shoot. You know, Shams always got a Giannis story or got some inside scoop on Giannis. Know what's going on, or whoever he talked to, be giving them inside scoop. And, you know, it was kind of just ironic that, you know, Giannis coached in a celebrity game and all of a sudden Shams on his team rocking Giannis's. he had his shoes on before they came out. So I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what that dynamic is, what they got going on, but it's something though.
It got to
be
funny.
It's funny.
It got to be something.
It would have been must-see TV if Giannis would have actually traded Shams.
Waiting on that.
Oh man.
We thought it was
that
going to
funny.
happen. We thought for sure it was going to happen.
I got a
Now his
perfect.
value's low though. Now he can't.
Yeah, he's doing that. Now you can't trade him.
His stock
Hey,
plummeted.
real,
Dang
you can't
it.
get that much return for it.
Over. Come on, Bobby.
No, listen, Bobby. On a serious note, the trade deadline it came and went, and obviously with all of the talk surrounding Giannis being moved and this and that, he ain't effing leaving. He said it himself. He ain't going nowhere. He put up the meme. Is there a sense of relief now that you know he's going to be there at least until the summer? Or what's the vibes moving forward with him still being a Milwaukee Buck?
Yeah, man. Last time I got on here, Matt said that it was kind of, just relieving that, that he's, just talking in a way or just not wanting to leave or just that we can get just a breath of fresh air. You feel me? Just in general. I think it was just so much pressure on our team this year with so much outside media about Giannis leaving the Bucks or him requesting a trade or them pushing the narrative for it. And it kind of, gets the guys on the team, right? Guys, feel that pressure, especially playing with the Bucks, playing with an all-time great. It's always so many narratives surrounding winning, surrounding if the guys around him are the right guys, if the organization is still the organization for him. There's so much that goes into it. So I think that once the break happened, once the trade deadline happened, it kind of gave our team a sense of urgency, gave our team a sign of relief. And then, you look at our last 7, 8 games, we won 6 out of 8 games. So I think it kind of just, relaxed and eased guys' mind, like I said before, and then made it kind of easier to go out there and hoop because now second half of the season, it's 28 games, 29 games left. You know that this is home for at least the rest of the year. And you know that you can trend towards, winning, trend towards getting better each and every day without having that dark cloud over you every day.
It got really loud right before that deadline, like louder than I think even the quote-unquote experts were expecting. Truth serum for a second. Did you think, there's a real chance he's out?
You kind of have to, for real, just because, it was just so much pressure, so much intense pressure being put on it, probably more than my first 5 years on the team. And then us not being in the top 5, top 3 like we normally do, probably didn't make it any much better. You feel me? So, just like I said, that dark cloud that was just over us, really, throughout the whole season, kind of made it not easier to go hoop, but it was kind of difficult in the moment because there was just so much pressure on. If we lost 2 games in a row, then the talks was just intensifying, and then we lost 3, 4, 5 in a row, then it was just magnified that, okay, cool, this might not be the team. These players, such and such, might not fit, and he might not want to be here anymore, whatever it is. And, once you log on social media, once you get on TV, it's like, dang, you just see Giannis' face. You see him circulating, maybe he's going here, or all these type of rumors with the Warriors, the Heat, the Timberwolves. Like, you really couldn't duck it for like a month and a half or 6 weeks, bro. You really couldn't duck it. Every time you get on social, you see it. Every time you get on TV, like I said, you see it. And it was a real thing. So I'm kind of relieved for our team in general that it's over with, and now we can just focus on trying to win as many games as we can to sneak in the play-in situation or playoff situation, and trying to just trend towards April.
I'm relieved too, Bobby. So we don't have to talk about it anymore either.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure in the summertime it'll probably
for sure.
We'll bring it back up.
That's just,
It's gonna be loud.
That's just how it is, you feel me? Like, as soon as, it opens back up in April or May,
I'm going on
whenever
vacation.
they want to intensify it again, it'll be right back.
Yeah, and Bobby, you just alluded to it. Won 6 out of 7, despite the loss to the Raptors. But you guys are in the upswing, and you still got a punching chance to get into that play-in and get an opportunity to compete for a playoff spot. So what are the vibes in the locker room now that the deadline is over and you guys are starting to catch a rhythm somewhat? What's the vibes like?
It's a great vibe. Obviously last night we got smacked, but besides that, man, we've been playing some great basketball. Ball been hopping, ball been moving, going side to side. Guys are, settling into their roles. Obviously we added some some great key pieces, Cam Thomas and even Uz Dean from OKC. He's going to be a great player in this league as well. Only 22 years old, tremendous upside. So I like our makeup of our team right now. Got a ton of guys that's hungry. Got a ton of guys that's just trending in the right direction. And it's been fun hooping out there. I've been having some fun on the court with those guys. So it's been fun, like I said, and I like our direction that we're going in.
Bobby, it wouldn't be right if I didn't pull up a Bobby altercation here that happened before the break.
Yes.
you and Case and Wallace here.
Oh, man.
We got to ask what happened here. Just he obviously got a little pissed there, but walk us through what happened here just so we can get
hands didn't even leave his hips. That's funny.
Nah, so what happened was like all game, bro. SGA had been like grown man shouldering everybody. Like go to the drive to the he'll blow by you, and he'll let you catch up, and then he'll like throw his shoulder and do that, and then in the second half it started being more of a arm bar, throw you off with his arm, and I'm like, hey, ref, like one time he did it to me on the left wing. You pull it up, left wing baseline, he drove baseline. He kind of like pushed me off, and I kind of tripped and fell. So that just made me mad. Like I'm talking about, and I'm on the ground looking at the ref like, hey, bro, like really, bro. And he didn't want to say nothing. Like he was like, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, bet. Next play, whoever close to me finna get grown man shoulder down the court. Like I don't even.
So this had
care.
nothing to do with Case and Wallace.
I don't even care. Whoever the closest.
He was just a casualty.
He was in the wrong place, wrong time.
Case and Wallace just was there. Like I ain't even, hey, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. Whoever was closest to him, I was gonna do it to him.
That's
I did
unreal.
To him.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and I just walked out, went to the bench. I ain't want no more after that.
As I said, you kept your hands on your hips. You didn't want no more action. I got what I needed.
I just needed that for my mental, just a little, just somebody, though.
That's unreal.
I like that so much. Bobby,
glad
so
we
good.
asked.
No, I'm glad you asked too. Now we know. So good to have you back on, and we
keep
good
rolling,
luck,
man.
We'll
Push
talk
for that
soon.
play in. Yes, sir.
Man, got to get there.
Good luck, Bobby.
Good luck. We'll be back.
Appreciate it.
Run it up, run it back, run it up.
Very important film that we would like to break down now for your enjoyment. Lou, why don't you take us through this?
See, what we have here is a older lady walking to the.
See?
Get down.
She's so lucky she didn't roll her ankle on that little.
Yeah, dudes.
In her defense, that's a bigger dog than I thought.
That is a bigger dog than it looks.
When
you put it on that's my mom. But mom, listen, 67, 68 years old. I'm glad to know that you can still move like that.
She's got
And
wheels.
she throws the garage door
Look at the garage go down.
That is.
She was not taking any chances.
Hey,
She stared him down
I know that ain't who I think it is. Hold up.
Put the damn dog on a leash.
Oh my gosh. No, this is hilarious.
I'm sure that person probably, Oh, buddy.
The garage going down is so good.
I don't know. He
That
might
is
not want. He
funny.
might not
Shout out
want
to
it
mom.
to
She went viral yesterday. Probably gonna go viral again today. But you
100%.
deserved it. I like my mom in a 40-yard dash against any of y'all.
100%.
Isn't it Combine Week or
Any of
something?
y'all.
Your mom should head up to Indy.
She gotta
We
go.
got a time for 40. We're on 40 this week.
That's going to do it for us today. Spurs Pistons tonight, y'all.
That's a good one.